All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Rakah Kwadash. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom and salute to the hopefully elect from the least to the greatest. So here we go. Here we got another video, right, that I got, and this guy is called iTrack, right? Fair use. You know, I watch his videos, and he's just another influencer who goes over TikTok videos, you know, and some of them be informative, but I found this one, and I said I'm gonna fire up. I'm gonna fire it up because this is a deep lesson right here, and what they go in on is the food and how Esau, control of the food, and what we get in these supermarkets is garbage, you know. And even if you so-called call yourself eating right, we still eating our food defiled, because a lot of this food is old. So if they doing this, imagine what they doing to, the Jakes in the supermarkets, the food in the supermarkets in the Jakes community, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, you know? I just want to bring this video to the forefront, because I know many brothers, elders and brothers and bishops, they know this as well, you know? But this just further shows us how we have to get up out of Babylon, man. This is not a place for us. You know, a lot of you Israelite camps, you want to build here. How the hell are you going to build a righteous place when you eating defiled food? You can't even. No wonder everybody got high blood pressure. No wonder everybody got diabetes. No wonder everybody is dying. You know, the food, they telling you old ass food for profits. And this just on a lower level. Imagine what they're doing on a higher level. Let's go. Let's go ahead and play this.
Old food look fresh. That's why he secretly recorded his supervisor admitting tampering with best before dates is industry standard.
Every store does the same thing. All the other stores do the same.
At his home, Safari demonstrates what he says is done at work. He takes cheesecakes weeks past their best before dates, adds new toppings, and sells as fresh.
I decorate it, and I'm selling expired stuff for...
In a national online call-out, Marketplace hears from grocery workers at smaller stores and big chains, sharing stories of food tampering. He used to work in a Toronto area supermarket. He shows us how he was told to give old meat new life.
If it's like this, we would dabble in a little bit of blood, throw it into the meat mincer with some redder meats, and then all together it would make it look red. And then we put it back up on the shelf.
At the University of Guelph, a microbiologist simulated what grocery insiders told us they do. He discovered toxins and bacteria linked to serious illness.
It goes beyond ethics, doesn't it? It goes to safety and things like that.
No wonder we all die. No wonder why we all sick. You know? I just wanted to say that.
Loblaw says it's investigating and plans to take action.
Yeah, so that's what the video was about. But I'm looking at this like, okay, if they're getting away with this, and they are in a so-called white neighborhood, imagine what they doing in these places like ShopRite and BuyRite, and the lower chain restaurants that's in the Jake communities. No wonder your insides is all messed up, and oh man, it's like people insides are all rotten because you eating rotten food. You know, it's recommended that you do a colon cleanse every now and then, to get the toxins out your body. You know, I got to do that myself. Because we still are subject to even though we know the truth and all that, we still in this hell. A lot of brothers we still live around Jake. We don't live in no mansions or anything like that. We go to the same supermarkets that we try to do the best that we can. But a lot of times we shop right where everybody else shop at. And then this Whole Food scam, you think you're getting, better quality, which you should try to, find better quality, but they just as worse as the other markets. Because if they doing it in that market, what makes you think they ain't doing it in the Whole Food? And they might be a little better because, but they messing up the lower class Edomites too. And all they do is just make it look better and raise the prices up. But all this food is rotten. Really, everybody should have like a small farm. In ancient Israel, you had your farm, whereas though you had your livestock. Everybody should have, at least like an acre or two, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 acres, to where as though you have enough to sustain yourself on your own. It was an account of where as though it's in the law. Why you think the Heavenly Father made that law like that? To where as though, because the average Israelite had a farm. To where as though if you the one that cultivated berries or grapes or oranges or whatever, you leave some for the less fortunate people. That was the welfare system back then. I'm not saying everybody had it like that, because you always gonna have a hierarchy, middle class and a lower class. But we were doing much better when we had our own than what we doing living under this captivity under Esau. And then you do got Jake doing good over here, but we don't control anything. And that's going back to the curses in Deuteronomy. We got to go to this man for everything, So I just wanted to bring this lesson, because this is to prove that you got these other camps. They try to build here. Well, how can you build here under a system that's allowing these devils to do this? And I was just watching a video on these terrorists. And the thing is, I did a little research, and what Trump want to do, when they say bring back the jobs, they want to bring back the factory workers, right? They want to bring back the factory jobs. But guess what? Guess what comes with that when you bring back the factory jobs? Pollution. So you got to find a way to either take care and handle them regulations, or you're gonna have the environment messed up just like they got over in China, So it's a never-ending. It's always a loophole to hell here in Babylon, and it's set up like that because this is the place of hell, because the Lord is going to make this place an altar, and it's going to burn, So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Till again, Shalom.